Hello. Hopefully the stream's working and you can hear me fine. So I've actually made some progress off camera, and before I explain it, what I've done is get my environment here to actually pass the test runnable method, which it was very exciting to do that. So I found where the original code was for one of the environments, because the issue we were having earlier is that we couldn't do act exclamation mark, and I'm not entirely sure if I'm on an old version or a new version, but now it just expects you to make these nameless functions like this, which we'll call my step function here. I'll show you the example I was looking at. If I go, let's just do a new tab edit for this. We want to go to reinforcement learning. So I found this by actually following a stack trace error to getting a failure of running this. That's going to be something interesting to look at later, because the reason I got it, the error, was because I recreated what this person was doing, which this here is the example that they use for reinforcement learning in Julia, and actually stop after end steps after the latest update is getting that not defined error. And that also returned the stack trace of the cut poll environment. And I just went back and I opened it and had a read through the code, and I noticed that it was actually different from the GitHub version. So in this version, you can see here that they've got these nameless functions. And I went and had a look at the GitHub version, and exactly the same content for the functions here, but the only difference is that it's not using rl-base.act. So don't know if I'm using an old version or not, but either way, even if I figure out how to upgrade to a later version if I need to, all I have to do is add the act part back. But for now, it's actually working and it's running. Now, in terms of the code I have written, so I have filled in the reset. So for now, it just goes to the top of the document and then sleeps. That's probably the first thing I'll be doing on this stream, is fixing that and actually replacing the document and then reopening it, because of course the AI would have edited the document, so just going to the top isn't going to reset the environment. And then I shut down the server. Ooh, see, I don't even need to shut down the server, so that's going to be removed as well. There's a few things I was doing here. The main ones are recomparing the file score and resetting inputs reward and the incorrect lines. Is terminated is going to be determined by the correct lines being 0. So that's actually the win state. When I had a look at some of the examples, is terminated tends to be the done state for some of these environments. I'm not sure if I need to be rewarding before this happens, but we'll get to that when we get to that, because for now, all I've done is just get it to actually run using the reinforcement learning libraries. Reward, I haven't changed, I don't think. This act just calls step, which is a recreation of what was happening for the cut poll, but that had two different versions where you could actually, it took different parameters. This one only takes int, so I'm not entirely sure if we do need this to call this function, but for now I'm going to leave it how it is. Here I've just added some ignored actions because we don't want the AI to first of all, open command mode in Vim, which, if it can do that, that's going, who knows where it can get to on my computer. Like, it could go :edit random file and somehow edit my kernel. Not fun, not doing that. This also is a delimiter for a lot of plugins for Vim. I've got two at the moment. I've got a latex plugin, which if you press that and then type $L, I believe, it starts a compilation of latex files, and then my Vim wiki, that and some combinations such as /ww or /w/w will open my markdown files, and I don't want it to be messing with that. Z, I can't quite remember what Z does. Vim keyboard shortcuts. It was something that I didn't want the AI to do. Q goes to EX mode, which we don't want either. Oh, Z is quit. Capital Z is quit. Extra commands, I don't actually know what that does, but we definitely don't want the AI to quit, because then it leaves the Vim instance and then it's just typing in a terminal, which not good. So if it gets one of these actions, it just returns. Otherwise, it will compare the file score, send through this stuff here. This incorrect lines might need to be replaced somewhere else, but it shouldn't matter too much. We'll see how it goes. Action space 128, that's all the ASCII characters. We have state, which for now just is a line, row, and column, line being the top part the AI can see. We'll probably want to include in here the mode of Vim, and also a string, which two strings, one representing the window it sees, and the second one in viewing the document, the viewport of the correct document, so then it can match them and not cheat by knowing the whole document. The main reason that we don't want the comparison document, the one that we want the document to be equal to be fully readable, is the AI could just be like, oh, I can see all the errors, let's just jump to line 300, so they go 300, or let's say it's 120G, and they jump there, and they're not actually searching the document, so the AI won't train to use stuff like Control U and Control D. That is also something that needs to be sorted out, is there's no modulation of keys at the moment. If I can get the AI to just run without that temporarily, that's fine, just for a proof of concept. So I'm not going to touch that until a bit later. State space, that's the same thing, that's just the range. So all of these are uint16, so the range is from 1 to 65,535. And I have changed a few other things. So this is the same. This is the same. Here I had some return values that I just removed because I didn't need them anymore. It's functional programming, which I'm still getting used to, where you just pass the environment and it edits it, and you're not expected to have any output of the same environment. I was thinking, I was kind of in the mode of doing a builder pattern, which I'm not entirely sure is the sort of thing I should be doing in functional programming, but learning process, you know. And I think that's about it. Oh yes, of course, there's also, I've done a slight update to our translation layer. This just makes it so you don't get a pop-up when you try and edit a swap file. So it just goes straight to the document, and then it just edits current.cpp. So before I actually use a proper AI, a proper agent, I'm going to set it up so when it terminates, it actually properly resets. I'm also going to have a quick read through the code and make sure that I'm not doing anything that might stall the AI during the training. But it's quite fun. I saw it doing, I think random inputs is what happens when you run the test runnable, and it was actually doing stuff on the screen on the right, which was pretty exciting, to be honest. So the first step for this stream is I'm going to be making it so it fully resets, and then I'm going to quickly run our code, make sure nothing's broken, and then I'm going to run the AI, and the AI is not going to be very good. It's going to be pretty much blind, is how I describe it. So it doesn't actually know the desired state of the document. It doesn't know what the viewport is at the moment, so it can't read any of the text on screen. It only knows the column, the row, and the column at the top of the screen. That's the only outputs it has at the moment. So it should really just have no clue of what to do, other than maybe it'll learn specifically how to edit this particular document, because it does get rewarded for reducing the incorrect line count, particularly the minimum incorrect lines. So I haven't given it any negative score for, I don't know what you call that, a negative reward, I guess, for increasing the incorrect lines, just because if it does find a way to do something that temporarily adds an extra incorrect line but is faster, I don't want to be punishing it for that. For now, that's my initial thought. Might change in the future. I might add a small kind of negative reward for increasing the incorrect line, but we'll see how that goes. So yeah, I suppose the AI will be trained to edit this particular document, and that's not very useful, but it will be a good starting point and a good proof of concept. So I'm going to start rewriting this reset. At the moment, it does feel a little bit hacky, right? So I'm doing stuff like here. I am going, oh yeah, we'll send the character straight into the window. That's fine. And then this here, I'm going to leave a comment, could be changed to grab buffer, because in Vim you can get the output buffer of the file, but the problem is that it's not really a problem. It's more I can't be bothered doing that right now. What I'm doing now, instead of grabbing the buffer of the text file, is just pressing escape, which is character 27, and then writing the file. Because at the moment, compare file score just reads the file straight up. So let's get on to doing this. We'll first start by copying this file. Just keep this full screen. Oh, and I also need to chuck on some music and keep the chat open, just in case somebody pops in. I doubt it, but you never know. And I'm kind of hoping that somebody who knows something about Julia sees this and clicks on it and gives me some help. Questions are also welcome, but in terms of reinforcement learning, this is my first time doing this, really. And in terms of Julia, this is also my first time doing this. So other than general programming concepts, my explanations might be a little rough, but you'll have to bear with if you do join. Hopefully when this is over and I grab these VODs, I could actually give a good explanation over the video. Okay, chuck some music on. I'm still on the Staggerfall train. Not really too sure what else to put on. I usually listen to Spotify, but I don't really want to get copyright struck, which I feel is more than fair. Okay. I'm also in a good mood because this is I've just got this test passing, and I did this all without any answer in this Slack. So look at me go. Now, my computer is pretty bad, so hopefully we don't get any problems when I do run models. But honestly, seeing the model run, I don't know if that's something people would want, would be even useful to see on stream, because I can always show the train model after it's done the training. Alright, so I might just do make a function in here, function reset, because what are we doing? We're in our reset we send that, and that's the only thing we do. So yeah, let's do a reset. So env vim document instance, and then we send env let's think where things get interesting. I really hate this hard coding that I'm doing, but I'll touch it up later in my I've got a little bit of structure to what I'm doing. So I've got my issue here. I'm not sure if I'll do this generation thing second. We'll see how it goes, but I'll be doing a cleanup, so it's not going to be all gross and hard-coded by the time this gets pushed into main. It doesn't matter too much for the sake of me running this on my own system, but I do like things being proper if I can help it, believe it or not. So hopefully when this is all submitted to main, people can run this and hopefully not have any hardware issues, like for example running Alacrity as their terminal instance. I might just give people a some sort of config file to edit to change those values or arguments when they run this. But now everything's hard-coded, so documents, venture, tutor, source, oh, well, test actually, test slash corrupt.cpp. I'm also not really a big fan of doing all these bash commands inside of Julia, but again, can be touched up later as long as it works. That's all I care for at the moment. Just actually getting this to run efficiently is the second step to getting it to run. So we want to send to the environment, not GG. I might run GG just for the sake of, just in case. I'm pretty sure Vim will only ever open files at the top, but just in case for some reason it saves where it was before, I don't want that to happen. So we'll go send env.instance slash documents slash venture tutor slash test slash current.cp. So hopefully that will work fine. End there, and then we'll go reset env.instance. Alright, so hopefully that will give a fresh document every time. I can't see why it wouldn't. Well, I can always test it, so, oh. Alright, exit. Alright, I was in that mode. Julia. I have kind of omitted using my main.jl file for now, which is something I do want to fix as well before that gets put into main, because I'd rather people just run one file than mess around having to do this. This, I'm pretty sure that using the Julia console is the preferred way of doing stuff though, but because you can change agents and etc. I should be doing it like this, right? Okay. Give that one a squiz. Okay, that worked. Using reinforcement learning, and then we want to just run the environment. Okay, we're getting an error. Look at that. Opening file ... test vim emulator, no such directory. Where are we getting that? Oh wait, where am I? That's a good question. Yeah, see, this sort of stuff, it needs to be sorted out, because for example, I'm pretty sure that was just a relative pathing issue. Using a reinforcement. And then we want to go environment, tutor environment. There we go, that worked. Why? Oh, before we do that, let's not jump ahead. Let's actually read the code that I wrote. We need to do that, new line. Okay, let's try that again. It's very important that stuff like this doesn't get embedded, because I really don't want the AI to get into command mode and just go ham. Because I have this, pretty much everything on the systems on some sort of version control, so it's not a big deal, but still would be nice to not have to rebuild my computer if the worst case scenario happened. Using venture tutor, using reinforcement learning, environment. Okay, see if, let's do the test case, rl-base.run our test runnable environment. Cannot stat, no such file or directory. Okay, what's happening there? Got exception. Documents, venture tutor, test corrupt.cpp, no such file or directory. Okay, that's interesting. Let's just get this out the way. Cannot stat, no such file or directory. That's interesting. I'm going to check if Julia just has a copy file. Julia copy file. Because I would much rather use their inbuilt libraries. Here we go. Alright, look at that. Copy. Alright, Exit, so the server shuts down. Very important you run exit because I have this little on exit shut down the server. If we don't do that, we have to kill the port. Yeah, don't do that. Julia using Venture Tutor, using a reinforcement learning environment up. Okay, just buffer those in. Sorry about that, just making myself a cup of tea. What's the error? Probably my copy, I assume. I hope it's not the same error. Method error, no method matching command. So there's a command type. Have they linked that? Yeah, they have. That seems to have a different typing, so we'll just Julia CP. File system CP. Copy file link or directory from source to destination. So no method matching command. Ah, so these are commands. I got you. So we'll actually want to be doing that. That's interesting. So the tildes are commands. Well, you know. Alright, let's give that one a go then. Julia. And then we'll want to be using Venture Tutor, using reinforcement learning, environment up, enter. I think I might have put us into package mode. I had a bit of a misinput of my enter. Oh, so hold up. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. There's an error. Invalid escape sequence. Can I just do a tilde without escape? Let's see why not. Except Julia using Venture Tutor, let's not buffer anything else in. Damn, should probably close this window as well. There we go. Alright, seem to have liked that. So let's go using reinforcement learning, environment, Yeah, so do that. Okay, that ran. And then we want to go RL based test runnable environment. Okay, we've got an error again. What's the error? Open, no such file or directory. Documents. We could just do the full file path. So slash, is it slash home slash Finlay? This is basically hard coded anyway, so it wouldn't hurt doing this full file path. Slash home Finlay documents. Yeah, I've got that right. This one go slash home slash Finlay. Oh, let's also double check that the file actually exists in there. Yep, we've got the files there. Corrupt. Cool. Okay. Let's put that. Go down here. Using Venture Tutor. Compile that. I have to say this Julia stuff does run quite fast. Like I'm doing a bunch of like file reads, etc., and it's just going at 1,000,000 miles per hour. It's pretty cool. So then we want environment. Okay, we've got our environment. And then we want to RL base test runnable. Okay, error again. Where's this error? Is it the same one? Okay, so I need to set force. How do I do that? Force. Okay, so we're going to be doing true. Alright, let's give that another go. Shut down the server. Julia. Using Venture Tutor. Using reinforcement learning. Environment. Cool, that's up and running. Using, I'll just so you guys can see. I think I've already shown this. I have. Right. And then RL base is runnable. Alright, we've got another error. No method matching force. Do I need to go force equals true? Oh, it's got this. Okay, so this is something to learn about. I've got a little semicolon there. Julia semicolon. Does that? I assume that says that these following ones have default values. Keyword arguments used. Keyword arguments. Function path name. So that specifies a keyword. Okay. So I need to go. What does it say? Okay. Force equals true. Alright, exit that. So the server shuts down. Julia. Using Venture Tutor. Using reinforcement learning. Environment. And then we want to go RL base. It's runnable. Okay, error again. Error testing. God. Venture Tutor document instance line 30. Send Oh, well, of course, there's no... Alright. I like it when I get errors for my own code. If that makes sense. Reset is terminated. Where are we calling that? Reset, right? Yeah. Reset environment.instance. Okay, cool. Yeah, we don't want to be sending the tutor environment into the document instance just to separate things nicely. Okay, so let's go here, put this out, exit this nicely. Julia using Venture Tutor using a reinforcement learning environment. Cool. Oh. Alright. So it did the copy correctly. Alright, that's nice to see. Alright, RL base dot test runnable. See how this goes. Oh no, an error again. Shoot. Line 30. No method matching send document. Oh, so we're sending a command to one of them? Oh, we are so, aren't we? Alright, let's go up here. Okay, that's fine. I can't escape these tildes. Let's just, for the sake of consistency, do this full directory. Alright, exit. Exit. Alright, Julia. Alright, I'm getting excited now. Using Venture Tutor, using reinforcement learning, environments, RL. Ooh. Okay. Just gonna keep an eye on that memory. Should be inserting random inputs now, though my memory is going down quite a bit faster than I'd like it to. Last time it was just writing stuff, so I don't know what's happening now. Let's just see if it finishes whatever it's doing. Though I don't know what's happening here, it's a bit weird. Oh. What's happened? Was that me messing around with stuff? Type Vin document has no field instance. Line 31 of the document instance. Oh, of course it doesn't. Okay. I was wondering why I wasn't doing stuff. Usually, when I tested this last time, it was going crazy, man. Right. I don't think I need to send twice, but I'd prefer to. Alright, exit. Julia using Venture Tutor, using reinforcement learning. my memory is a lot lower. I'm on 1 gigabyte. I think on my list of things to do is probably to upgrade this laptop or get my PC to run this. At the moment, I don't like my Linux install on my PC, so I might sort that out. I'm going to check out my Firefox and just close some of these tabs to free up some memory. I don't think I'm going to get much on that, so let's do that. Oh, there we go, I've just freed up a bunch. That's good. Alright, environment, Venture Tutor environment. Look at that, brilliant. And then RL base, test runnable. Okay, that looks like it's doing something. Our question is it going to stop putting these inputs in? This is making me think it's stalled, because last time it was putting inputs in, but it doesn't seem to be at the moment. Oh. Oh. Okay, so I think it is sending inputs, because right now we're in server mode. All I've been doing is just scrolling. Go A, Q. Okay. Let's just let it get to the end of this testing. I find something is stalling here, I'm pretty sure. Send. What, it could be stalling though. It is meant to be running this step. What is happening? I don't... Oh! Okay. Something happened. Yeah, my window kind of just crashed. I don't think I've changed anything too significantly since I last did this. I'm just going to close this for now. Okay, so it did 10 tests. Send away, accept. Okay, I see, it is stalling here. That makes some sense. Because this will only be getting sent through if you do... Okay. So I have a feeling if I run that again, so let's go environment. What's happening? Exit. So if I rerun that, and then go Julia, wait no, using Venture Tutor, using reinforcement learning, and then create our environment. Okay, we've got our environment here. See, it should be running that. on a movement key, but it's not necessarily doing a movement key each time. Holy moly. Let's not do any of whatever that is. So I should probably update the state here as well. Yeah, that would make sense. Let's go update state. I'm not doing that in the reset, am I? Oh, by the looks of things. Okay, so let's just get out of this. Okay. Let's exp nicely. Julia using reinforce venture tutor. I think we're going to run into that problem a few times. So basically, I probably should be running update state and just waiting to see if there's a state update. Or doing some sort of check to see if anything's incoming, because it only updates the state if there's been a movement key, which isn't necessarily going to happen. So, okay, well, using what am I doing? Using venture to using our environment. Okay, we've got our environment here. See, it's waiting for a update. There we go. And then we want to go RL base test runnable. Okay. So it is probably just getting stuck on the server. So let's close that. Julia, check if coming accept. If that makes any sense. Julia, server, check if coming. Be wanting to write this in async. So I don't want to just queue up a shit ton of these really, but see if there's, what does the accept? I can actually check. Let's do that. Let's check here. We'll just use that slice of code. So we can check if the socket is open. Async. While is open sock. Read line actually might be what we want. I do just want to read the documentation for read line. Julia, read line. Oh, we could do end of file, maybe? What's that? If not end of file. I'm not sure if it stalls on accepting or not, though. Julia, accept. Oh, let's just figure out where the stall's happening first, before I get too ahead of myself. Accepting. And ln. Accepted. And ln. Reading. And ln. Read. Alright, let's see if it does actually stall here. Exit. Julia using VenttureTutor, using reinforcement learning, environment, and then we want to go RL. Okay, we've got that. Accepting. Reading read. Okay, cool. Alright, where does this go wrong? Accepting. And then it stalls. Alright, so it stalls on that part. That's what we expected. So I need to check if there is anything coming through. So then I save myself having to write cases for every single input, which would be activating this. I could get the opposite issue where it's behind, but I doubt I will get that because it will be putting so many things into here. Alright, so we're just going to cancel that, exit nicely. is ready might be the one we want. Let's just ask mods first. Beauty of writing AI with AI. In my update state function in Julia, how do I check if there is anything to accept before accepting, so I don't stall the program? And then vim document instance, there we go. Alright, so what's it wanting me to do? We'll let it finish its output first. Okay, cool. So what's it suggesting? K is open if sockets.wait_readable. To avoid stalling a program when trying to accept a connection to a socket, you can use sockets.waitReadable. So is this sockets wait readable? Julia. Sockets wait. I don't know if readable is a thing. I think you are making that up, my friend. Is anything with timeout? Nope. Julia, wait, readable. Mods-c, I do believe wait_readable does not exist. Are you sure about this? Yeah, of course. I can't get too mad. Oh yeah, I have to wait for you to finish, don't I? I don't like the idea of running this async though. I think that's just going to cause more issues than it's needed. I could like have a queue boolean, but again, I don't know if there's mutexes or something that I can mess around with. I would like to see their little Julia async. They had a nicer implementation of that where I don't have to write a separate function. Task, async. Async. So it looks like it does. Okay, so async begin end. Julia, check if async is complete. Okay, whatever. Why am I doing it this way when I could just use Vim? Alright, is open, async begin, do all that. I don't think I edit anything else, but I'm kind of worried about race conditions with stuff like this. I don't know if the data needs to be real time for the AI to work well, but I just kind of want to get it to a state where it is generally doing something. Hmm. Alright, let's give that a go. I feel like I'm going to get a race condition from that though. Yeah, Julia. Using venture tutor, using reinforcement learning, using... I don't actually need to be using anything else after that. Why am I typing that? Set up the environment. Okay, got our environment. Awaiting server not defined. Okay, so global scope. Should it just be a local? Is that what it wants? Okay. Global. Seems a little bit risky. I don't like global variables, but and this can be as crazy as it wants to be for now. I'm just gonna do that. Julia. Okay. Using tutor, using reinforcement learning, environment. While it's doing that, I'm gonna chuck my washing in the dryer. Hopefully that dryer noise isn't too loud. Let's just check the mic levels. Doesn't seem to be picking it up. I do have a noise filter on, so... Okay. What was I doing? I've got my environment, let's open that. Awaiting server not defined on line 21? Awaiting server. Okay, that seems like a silly thing for me to be... It's across here, right? Okay. Exit mods. Why is my global variable awaiting server not working? Mods usually gives me good explanation of basic syntax. Let me just double check I haven't misspelled awaiting server. That looks exactly the same. Okay. Based on the variable name, it might be misleading from the concept. It seems like the variable is trying to indicate whether it will. It runs. Modifying global. Need to. Yeah. Well, that's cool. The main thread. What line is it giving me? Line 21. 48 on this. Waiting server is not defined. Do I need to be... How to write full code in another language. I love Stack Overflow sometimes. I think I should just write this properly instead of doing this silly stuff. Let's just see if this... What does that do? Let's remove this awaiting server thing. Julia. Using Judah, using reinforcement learning, environment. Run everything fine, accepting. Okay. Well, it is running asynchronously now. Let's go is running. RL base just is running. Oh, okay, it's doing stuff now. Hooray! This is what I wanted. Okay, cool. It's jumping around, it's making changes. It does seem to know about the colon, which is a little concerning. I did see it pop up. Oh. It's figuring out a paste. That was fun. Alright, well the AI is doing stuff. That's really cool. Oh gosh. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I have to be really careful about that whole jumping into command mode thing. Let's just double check that's where that's happening. I also saw it use colon. I'm pretty sure I saw it use colon. Let's just double check I got this ASCII table right. Number 58, right? Yeah, I've got. Oh gosh, what have I done? This is so concerning, it's not funny. Should I just say to hell with it? Yeah, to hell with it. Let's test it out. I'm sure it's fine. Oh, actually, I could probably test what it's been doing. Okay, so it's managed to get it. How is it? Okay. Oh wait, this seems alright. Set paste. What is save S? Yeah, it's. I don't know how it is outputting like that. A little bit concerning. I suppose I could just spam character 27. Not that I like to do that. Alright, let's just run it again, but this time we'll send 27 a few times more, eh? I don't really like the idea of it doing stuff that it shouldn't be, which should make sense. Enter. I'll return, right? Carriage return. Alright. Exit nicely. Julia using VetTutor, using reinforcement learning. I could just put a restriction into the Vim script and let it go ham. That could be a better option. Alright, using set the environment. What's this one though? Okay. That's fine. Using reinforcement learning. We'll do just the runnable again. I think we will want to go ahead and read the buffer because I do realize that I am taking it out of whatever mode it was in. Oh, wait, I'm being silly, aren't I? Let's just cancel this quickly. Oh. Alright, exit nicely. Vim script save file. Alright, that could be our answer right there. All that, and then go to our... This will need a defix, so it runs more often, but that's fine. Let's go... Let's make it right every time as well. Alright, so if we go Julia, using Venture Tutor, using reinforcement learning environment up. And then RL base, it's runnable. Okay, it's doing stuff. It's doing stuff, people. Okay, we don't want question mark. Question mark needs to be gone. Or at least I think it needs to be a question mark. It could be something. Right, keyboard. It could be something fine. I just get a little heart attack when stuff shows up at the bottom. Because search would show up there. Find. Let's see what happens when I run. Okay. Okay. No, that's fine. That's fine. Alright, let's actually try run an AI on this then. So if we go Julia. Oh, I don't need that. Let's full screen this. Yeah, Julia. Okay, we're gonna try an AI on it. An agent, I should say, to be more specific. Okay, using Venture Tutor, using reinforcement learning. I've been kind of hitting my head against the wall trying to figure out how to write the environment. Now I've figured it out. I've kind of gained my motivation back because I feel like I can actually make changes and understand what the changes do, not just kind of walk around in a dark room bumping into things. Okay, so environment, set up our environment. Okay, cool beans. And then we will want to, all right, so how did the reinforcement learning thing work? Methods, so run. Okay, insert env, stop condition. So they said that steps, I should actually open that Slack thing up again. In order to get all the sub. What is it from? It's from names, role base. Step. What was it? It was stop after steps. Stop after steps. Alright, cool. Stop after in. Okay, so stop after 3 minutes. Run. Run random policy. And then REMV. Stop after n seconds. 180. Total reward per episode. Okay. No matching method. Okay, so what's a float? That's fine. Budget deadline. I don't know what that actually means. Can I do that? Deadline optional. Okay, it's doing stuff. Okay. Place mode, insert mode. It really does not know what it's doing. Okay, this is fun though to watch. I probably haven't given it enough to actually understand what's happening. And not found. Oh, it's managed to select stuff. Remove lines. It is just going a bit crazy. This is exciting though. It's just dumping stuff in. It's finding my autocomplete feature, which I might turn off. Because that's not normal Vim behavior. Oh, it's deleted even more. I should really give it a negative, yeah, reward for deleting. Yeah, so it's pattern not found. Okay. It's in insert mode, it's still recording. This is interesting. Yeah. Yep, you do that. Yep, you keep doing that. Oh gosh. Maybe I could use this to scramble the documents. This is pretty bad. I'm just gonna watch this to the end, to be honest. I'm pretty glad I've gotten the AI to actually start writing in the Vim terminal. That's quite exciting. Other than that, holy moly. Yep, that makes sense. Yep, do that one. It's okay. Oh, is it running undo? Was that what it was doing? Yeah, so it just recorded doing a bunch of random gibberish, and then I think they just ran the recording. Okay, yep. Sure thing. Replace, yep. Okay, yep. Alright. Reduced over an empty collection is not allowed. Consider applying init to the reducer. What? What does that mean? Well, it did something. That's positive. I'm very excited about that, but getting it to actually learn might be a different story. Reduce empty. Is this calling anything in my code? I think it's just my hook, to be honest. That's fine. Okay. You did something, mate. Yep. Yep. It just... Alright, goodbye. We're closing that. We're gonna exit nicely. And then we're gonna go back up here and do some adjustments. So I should probably also get status, get add dot, get commit -m, updated file saving method, made reset for that copies the document. That made, oh, I'll just call it made initial reset behavior. All right. So let's get the state space working, I suppose. So I probably should let them know what mode they're in, for sure. So we'll do that first. That seems like a straightforward one. The next one after that is actually giving them data from the file. Oh, and let's change the reward. Let's just leave that as a 0 reward for now. So we need a string state base, but okay, stop, getting too ahead of myself. What did I say? We are in the same document, aren't we? Yeah, let me fix that. Document, edit anyway. Mode. Echo mode. Echo mode. Normal. Echo. So I think mode can just be represented as a character. Car. We want to get character. Oops, value. Oh, so I should keep that as a uint8. How do I do that? Oh, hey Joel. How you going? Can you hear my microphone okay? I hope you can. So I do need to convert. I want mic's a little bit scuffed, but it's kind of for my mic is a little bit scuffed. What you been up to, Joe? Yeah, it's definitely my mic. I think I'm on like a minute delay or something though for the stream. Might take me a little bit to respond. I'm reading your messages though. I wonder if I can just save that directly. env dot mode equals pass. Oh, yo. Wait, when did you sign up? We need to increase the space. Max int 8 value. You're doing some English volunteer work in the meantime to build a profile to look better for this kind of thing. Oh, cool. Do you have any idea of when they'll get back to you, or when you'll be heading over? Signed up in December, had interview in like late January, but had to wait until April for response. Had to, so you were expecting the response soon. Oh, that must be super exciting, dude. Oh gosh, that's a blast. I should have known that the max is 255. If I get accepted, should be going over in June, July, and I'll probably be there for, oh my gosh, that's a long time. Do you have any idea what you're going to do when you go over, or you just, well, of course you're going to be teaching Jet, but I suppose you'd have other plans than that, or you're just going to see how it goes? nv.instance.node. Maybe wait. Oh, you've got a degree under your belt in Japanese, right? You didn't change degrees since we last talked. Well, you must have graduated 2 years ago now. Oh, I'm sure you'll be good. Because they take any sort of degree, right? So you must be kind of at the top of the list if you've got Japanese as further education. It's probably just helping out in English classes, maybe some other stuff. Oh, that's cool. Are you going to be plonked in the middle of nowhere by yourself, or are you going to be going with other people? I suppose you don't know really though, do you? Instance mode. Oh, I wanted that, yeah. env.instance.mode. Alright, so that's clearly the mode implemented. I'm going to just run this to make sure there's no errors before I start trying to implement anything else. What am I doing? Using VidTutor, using learning the... If you're wondering what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to train an AI to use a text editor. You'll see that in a moment. It's gonna go crazy and not know what the hell to do. And yeah, don't know too much of that. Kaido. Which island is that Kaido? That's one of the islands, right? Yeah, that's the top of the... Oh, that'll be cool. I don't know about you, but living in the cities has its drawbacks, so it might be nice going up and just living in some nice nature and then being able to catch the tube down to Tokyo and Honshu areas, and then being able to go back home and having some peace, especially if you're going to be there for that long. Yeah, I did see a few images of snow everywhere for a second. You reckon you'll handle the snow well? Actually, let's go run, don't we? As you can see, it doesn't know what the hell to do. Basically, there's another document that it has access to, and it's trying to match that document. Well, that's what I want it to do. At the moment, it doesn't have enough information to even know where it is in the screen. So it just does this. But I just wanted to test that it could take another variable in before I start capturing more data to give it. Apparently winters are hell, like really negative. Temps. Oh, how negative. Doesn't seem to be giving any errors. Might kill this sim though, because I have got it running for quite an exorbitant amount of time. Oh, but I just did Control Z, which means I have to close the port manually. Okay. Netstat. What was the command? There we go. Holy moly, there is a lot of 8,000. 187284. 187284. Kill dash 9. Right. Look at that. Alright. I think I could get up to -10 or negative or something. Oh my gosh. It'll be a popsicle. Oh, I'm thinking of traveling in the next couple of years, so I might come bug you if I end up over there. I finish my degree in November, all things go well. And then I kind of just want to find, hopefully, either an overseas or work from home job sort of deal and try my stick at travel. Might be hard as junior software engineer, so see how it goes. It looks like the stream's updating a lot faster. How's everyone else? I haven't really been on the ye old Velix Manus Discord for a long time. Much different. Uni's kind of taken my entire life, so I've not really been keeping up with anybody from Levin. Could I represent it as... Can I have an array? Yes, he was doing music, right? think Ben called me a week ago saying that we might meet up with Stout at some point, so I might try and use the opportunity to catch up with people if I can. Yeah. No, I'm not very good at keeping up online as well. I quite like seeing people in person. Of course, I'm living in Wellington now. But I'll be back in 2 seconds. I'm just going to turn the light on. Don't want to be in goblin mode. Alrighty, I'm back. Filmography. That's cool. I wish I could do minors. I was thinking about doing a minor in my first year, and then they were like, we're not gonna let you do a minor. And I'm very glad that I'm not, because I think I would be at uni until I'm an old man if I tried to add anything onto this degree. Well, more correctly, I'd turn into an old man, because my brain is broken after this much engineering. I swear I can't have a normal conversation with people anymore. I just start talking in lingo, because that's pretty much all I talk about half the time. It's not fun at parties, unless you really don't want to talk to anybody. Then it can actually be a bit useful. Are you in Palmy at the moment? From my second major down to mine if I want to graduate before I was 24. Yeah, that's... yeah. Oh gosh, I didn't want to double window that. Might have a look at some of these example codes in this library. What was your second major? Or your minor, I suppose? Japanese is your major, right? Was it teaching or Hamilton? Oh yeah, Hammy-town. How's that? The only thing I know about Hamilton is the gardens. And yeah, that's about it. Environments, source, environments, examples. Let's have a look at the tiger problem. State space is useless for that. Random walk. Geography ended up being my minor. Oh yeah, so you're just a stout degree. That's sick. No, I'm really looking forward to catching up with him. Sweet, he's rubbed off on just about anybody that's entered his classroom. They started charging people to enter then, but not if you're local, which they have no way of checking. Charging people to enter them? Like... you still have to pay for your papers, right? Or is it, are you talking about like a extra fee that they're charging to non-locals? Suppose I could just return a really long integer. Entering the Hamilton Gardens. Oh, right, not degrees. I got a little bit confused. Yeah, no, I don't think I paid to go to the Hamilton Gardens. That was 2 years ago? I mean, what are they gonna do? I suppose they're trying to make the most out of tourists showing up nowadays. Yeah. Okay, what are you saying now? I suppose the state doesn't actually matter. Oh, I did have an option in somewhere to set the columns, so maybe I should do that. But they got no way of checking. Yeah. Pretty much just a charge of any method. You're not white. Are you being literal with that? Oh, did I not save that? Oh no, I might have pocket this up. Equals pass unit 8 data. Let's go split 4. I swear I saved. Oh, it's because I need to override. Okay, let's try that again. Chance though it's not gonna work. I get some error. Using venture tutor, using reinforcement learning. Oh, that's messed up. What the hell? Are you meant to even prove that though? Do you just like be like, here's my Hamilton ID? Environment. Okay. And that. Okay, that seems to be working now. This needs to go out of that. Okay, well, that's... I'm not sure why that's happening. Using Venture Tutor. What's the time? 7:30. Especially since like all major guns are now thinking around as popular so the Egyptian Asia guns, yeah. No, that's really not good. Why is it doing this for some reason? It's like a stall, right? I don't want it to stall. Am I doing something like the wrong way around, or? Oh shoot, okay, I've managed to let it, no, stop. Okay. That was the sort of thing I was worried about with this. It's managed to leak. Yeah, I think I've messed my computer up. Let me just move. Yeah, no, that does not make any sense to me, guy. I have managed to freeze my computer, which was kind of expected, but you know, I'm not particularly happy about it. It seems like the chat is running, though. You know, it got sentient. Basically, I'm trying to keep it inside this box, and I'm keeping it inside a box with cardboard, and it's managed to get out, and it's just disabled computer usage. I just can't use my keyboard. It's really, I don't even know how I managed to do it, to be honest. I would like to fix this, but I'm not entirely sure how. My memory usage is quite high. I think it might have just opened a bunch of applications or something. Like, I can't write in my terminal anymore. Why is this happening? Okay. Oh, I fixed it. Cool. Look at me go. Alright, I just need to go here, ls, clear. Can I spell clear? Alright, it's working again. Alright, let's not mess that up this time. Julia, LCD documents, feature. Alright. I've contained it. That's a strong word. I've more like put out the fire that once was. I'm more like Sarah Connor in Terminator 1 than Terminator 2. Let's just put it that way. Tab edit. Let's go cdiv document. Yep. I don't know if I want to be initializing the state straight away. Maybe that's what's causing these issues. Let's try run that again. This time I'm going to be closing the terminal straight away if it gets stuck in that silly state. Mail go. Yeah, cheers, man. Hope to see you soon. I'll be streaming more often. I think I'll be streaming at least 5 days a week. kind of using this as a motivation for doing this project. Catch you later. Sweet. Or you can look at me code. Super riveting. Laters. Where am I getting that error? Estimate Venture Tutor line 15. 15, compare file score. Oh, what has happened to my... Oh, wait, Venture Tutor. That will be why. Clear, Julia. I really need to fix that relative file path. Using Venture Tutor, using reinforcement learning. EMV up. Okay, there we go. It's working this time. Socket use that does kind of make sense though. Here's my net stat. Fuser. Kill dash 9199293. Julia. Using Venture Tutor, using reinforcement learning. EMV, okay. Saying that I should be running. Yeah, I should initialize the state. Maybe I should be updating the state constantly to stop that error from happening. Oh, bugger it. This can be scuffed, I don't really mind too much. Okay, we're closing that, and this... Oh no, close it, close it, close it. Alright, far out. Oh shoot, what is happening? Okay. It's running away from me. Get back. Oh, no. Oh, this is like a buffer overflow attack on my computers and not cool, man. Resize, what the fuck? Alright, stream's going down, guys. I crashed my computer, and it's about time anyway. Bye-bye.